like money's not going to be coming in, but money's going to be going out. Like that's what I was saying to myself. You need to change that mindset. You need to change it right now and stop thinking about what you're losing and start thinking about what you are gaining, because you are not losing 350 quid. You are gaining a roof over your head for the next month now. Yes, clap for that, girl. Such a powerful shift, because I'll tell you why. Pictures are powerful, right? And for me, what I've learned in this lifetime is that words paint pictures.
Now I'm here, I've been exploring, doing different than before, and I'm not finding this life boring. Got the universe supporting, I ain't telling, I'm just talking about the places I've been walking, what has brought me, every story holds my truth and what's before me, what's behind has been exported.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Holly Williams, and do you know what? I've actually forgotten my intro, and I'm not going to recap it. I'm just going to drop some knowledge. I've been really excited to make this video because basically I caught myself doing this earlier on in the week, and I thought to myself, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing thinking like that, basically? And in an instant, I had to change my attitude. I had to change my mind. I had to change the way that I was thinking, because I want to generate certain things in this lifetime. And the thought process that I was having wasn't really allowing me to. So let me tell you the backstory. I was driving along the road, and I was going to pay my rent, you know, and I was like, oh, I'm losing £350 right now. Like, I'm losing £350. And then, you know, and on top of that, basically, the reason that I'm thinking in terms of loss is because basically I've been doing this job. It's a 3-month job, and it's weekly pay, so that's great. I've been doing like 60 plus hours, so the pay has been pretty good. And then it's coming to an end in 2 weeks' time, and these last couple of weeks, the hours are a lot less. So basically, I'm taking a cut, basically. I do have another job lined up, but that starts on the 11th of October, and I finish on the 1st, and that will be monthly pay. So basically, there's going to be a couple months where I'm sort of like out of sync, out of routine, and feeling the monetary loss, essentially. It's been kind of like playing on my mind a little bit, and I've been thinking like, oh, it's gonna be a challenge, it's gonna be hard, like I'm losing out on money. And then so that's why when I was going to pay my rent, I was like, oh, I'm losing 350 quid here. It was that moment when I was thinking to myself, I'm losing 350 quid here. I was like, Holly, what are you doing? And basically, yeah, I was like, you need to change that mindset. You need to change it right now and stop thinking about what you're losing and start thinking about what you are gaining, because you are not losing 350 quid. You are gaining a roof over your head for the next month now. Yes, clap for that, girl. Like, do you know what I mean? I was kind of like, yeah, you really need to stop thinking in terms of loss and start thinking in terms of gain. And I've been thinking in terms of loss, like with this whole job thing and the whole change and all of that. And I'm really shouting. I'm shouting so loud. I'm sorry. I guess I'm really excited. But yeah, I've been thinking in terms of loss. I've slipped into that place. And look, here's the thing. I'm a human being. And we're all going to do that. We're all going to slip into those places. But I think my subconscious mind is always thinking in terms of growth, right? And like, it was easy to catch myself. Yeah, it was easy to catch myself slipping into a thought process that was in alignment with loss. And I was like, you need to turn that into gain. So, you know, I was thinking, I'm losing hours. I'm going to be losing money. I'm going to be losing. Like, money's not going to be coming in, but money's going to be going out. Like, that's what I was saying to myself. It's going to be losses. And you can even see these, like, these facial things that I'm doing with this. Naturally, I'm slipping into like this type of a vibe instead of like this whole like, yeah, let's change the mind vibe that I was in just 2 minutes ago. But yeah, I've been basically thinking about losses. And here's the thing, right? I need to, and I have been consciously, anytime that I start thinking about losses, like, accept that is going to be a thought that comes into your mind. But, you know, I'm not trying to change that thought as such. I'm just trying to be like, right, okay, you're going to lose that bit of money, bit of this, bit of that. But what are you going to gain? So now I'm actually gaining. I'm thinking, okay, you're losing on hours, but you're gaining free time, and you're gaining time to work on your passions, you know, to work on the things that you've been wanting to work on for a long time. So look at what you're gaining there instead of what you're losing. You know, look at the gains, because that's a bloody good gain. Do you know what I mean? That's amazing. I've wanted that for so long, and I'm sitting here now thinking about the losses when actually I should be thinking about the gains. In terms of money, I was thinking, oh, you're going to be losing out on money. And then I was like, actually, do you know what? You're going to be gaining the time to think about new ways of making money. Think about new ways of doing things. And it was such a powerful shift. It's such a powerful shift because I'll tell you why. Pictures are powerful, right? And for me, what I've learned in this lifetime is that words paint pictures. When I sit there thinking like, oh, you know, I'm losing money, I'm losing this, I'm losing that. What I actually see in my head, if I really see the visual, which I do see the visual, is me sitting on the sofa like this, like kind of stressing about everything, you know, hand in my head. Like I see that, right? Whereas when I say to myself, you're gonna gain the free time to work on this, you're gonna gain time to think about new ways of making money, you're going to gain all of the things I'm gonna gain. When I start thinking about that, I actually see myself in the same place on my sofa with a notepad and pen, calculating new things, new ways to do, new ideas, and actually putting shit together. And it was that actually started. I started the process. I literally started the process because I'd seen it in my head through a small change in narrative, you know, like, and life's not about money, and, you know, but here is the start of, like, you know, my sort of, that's the start of it. That is me generating new ideas of how to make money in 2021. Because I am going to take a monetary cut. Yeah, basically, I'm just saying whatever I was saying. I kind of lost track a little bit there. But pictures painted are powerful. So, yeah, I think we can change losses into gains. And look, sometimes you don't get what it is that you want immediately. So if I sit there and I think about the gains, you know, and maybe I even put in for 3 months loads of time thinking about how to make extra ways of how to make money, and maybe they don't all come to fruition, but that's very good groundwork regardless. Do you know what I mean? It's much better groundwork than me sitting and stressing, unless I'm analysing the stress and learning and growing from it. But I've analysed a lot of stress in my life before, and I've learned and grown from it. And that is why I'm here now going like, right, you don't need to think in terms of loss. You can think in terms of gain. So that process was kind of done. And now this is a new process for me, just learning to choose where I would like to sit. My awareness is at the centre, but now where do I want to place my focus, essentially? I just think it's a really powerful thing to do. Like, you know, we think in terms of loss quite a lot, but, you know, how can we think in terms of gain? Even small things, you know, like one time my car broke down and I just got rid of it on the spot when I was living in Melbourne, and I could have thought, oh, I lost my car, but I gained also in the losing of the car, I gained, because I started riding and cycling and walking to work, I gained time in which I could think. I gained more exercise into my day. There's always things that you gain within a loss. You know, you maybe lose some time, but you gain this. You maybe lose some money, but you gain that. And you maybe lose, you know, it's how can we think about the opposite to the loss, and sort of like focus on what it is that we're gaining, because it feels much nicer actually to be in gains than in losses. And it's not about gains and losses just like that, you know, this is duality. If you think about gains too much, subsequently you're going to lose one day. But it's just, rather than even just thinking about it as in gains and loss, how can we like look at the scale and look at the, you know, the peaks and the troughs, and know that they're counteracting one another, and it's maybe not necessarily such a up or down thing. Maybe it is more fluid than that, and it's an exchange perhaps, and that might feel a lot nicer. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking at the current moment in time. Turn losses into gains by, instead of thinking about what it is that you're losing, whether that's partner, whether that's anything that you're like feeling like you've lost, what have you gained from that? You know, and what can you gain? What experience can you gain? And that, I guess that's the beauty in life, really. Okay, guys, upon editing, I'm realising that I just missed a pretty key point. And the reason that the key point that I want to put across is that the reason it is so important to slightly shift the narrative is because basically when you're painting pictures, you're actively manifesting. because I really do think that you create the visions that you see in your head. And so, yeah, like the reason I ended up getting into the notepad is, like I was saying, because I had seen it. You know, I'd seen it before because I'd changed my narrative. So I'd seen me doing that, and then I put myself in that position. And you know how it is, like, words are affirmations at the end of the day. And so, you know, like, I want to be affirming things that show growth. And also when it comes to, you know, yes, I'm going to lose. Like, I'm not trying to say I'm not going to lose. I'm going to lose. But a key thing about thinking is allowing movement to your thought, right? So if I literally just sit there and go, I'm going to lose, like, it's a dead end. You know, I hit a wall. Right? But you want to break through that wall, or you want to climb over it, yeah? So that's why you go, okay, maybe I'm going to lose this, but... And you let that thought continue, and you let it grow, and you let it keep going. And that's literally what is so powerful, because you actually dig your way out of a hole that way. You know what I mean? Or you dig your way into a new experience. So to make your thoughts continuous, let them stream like a river flowing into the ocean, man. Yeah, you know, I'm very big on the old vision board and creating just creating speech that doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. It keeps going. It keeps flowing. It keeps growing. It keeps expanding, and that's what we want for our experience. So yeah, you know, there's a couple of things there. I hope you got the point. The pictures are powerful because we what we see, we create, right? And then finally, let the thoughts flow. Yeah, don't let it do a dead stop. Yeah, let them keep going. Anyway. Here's the outro. Thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far, yeah, I appreciate your time, and I hope that this video offered some value to you. Have a little play around with that concept, yeah, and see if that benefits you. And if it does, drop a comment below. Drop a comment below anyway. I love getting all your comments, guys. I'm going to be gaining time to reply back to my YouTube comments. That's so wicked, because basically... I like to reply with my heart. Do you know what I mean? If I'm replying back to the comments, and that takes time, that means I have to read it and really take it in, and then respond to the person, like, you know, in genuine conversation. So, you know, at the moment I've been working a lot, so I haven't had the time to do that, but I'm gaining that time back so I can re-engage with my YouTube channel, which is really cool. So drop a comment. I always get back to them whenever I can. And yeah, like this video, subscribe if you like my content, because I will have heaps more coming, gaining free time. Heaps more should be coming, hopefully, you know, if the things keep flowing to my brain. And yeah, you know, with that being said, I hope you have an awesome day, week, month, year, minute, hour, second. You know, let the challenges in life fuel you to phenomenal amounts of growth. And yeah, I appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next video.